What's up, everyone? Justin here, back with a new video, a new countdown video. Top 10, I almost said best of. It's a top 10 best of, top 10 Starrcades pay-per-view events. In my opinion, my favorite Starrcades, and to start the show off, the guy. I'm wearing one of his very old shirts that I still own, and it still fits. This is one of the only WC, other than NWO shirts I own. Like one NWO original WCW shirt. This is the only other WCW shirt I own. Right there as a WCW logo. I think it's from like 98. When Ric Flair returned to the Horsemen in September 98. Got to start off right. Best of Starrcade. Top 10 Starrcade. Got to break out the Ric Flair hat. Because, like him or not, I'm talking about Ric Flair in the ring, in the wrestling business. Great. Icon. Legend. Two-time Hall of Famer. This is not about him outside the ring. I'm talking about Ric Flair inside the ring and wrestling. And Ric Flair at Starrcade was legendary. He's just, you say Starrcade, you think of Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. So, let me actually get my top 10. I think it's right here. Yes, it is. So here we go with my top 10 best Starrcade events. My favorite Starrcades. Starrcade always it used to happen in November, like on Thanksgiving, but then it went to December and became a December pay-per-view. I don't know when that happened. Maybe 88, 89. It started going to December. So it's in December. It's close to Christmas, kind of. What is today? December 11th, I think. So here we go with my top 10 NWA WCW Starrcade events. Number 10, 1986. The Night of the Skywalkers. Ric Flair, Nikita Koloff was the main event for the NWA World Heavyweight title. You had the first ever Skywalkers match. I think they did scaffold matches before the Night of the Skywalkers, I believe. They might have done scaffolds probably before Starrcade 86, maybe in Memphis. I don't know. But it was great. You had the Road Warriors against the Midnight Express. Dennis Condrey and Bobby Eaton. And poor Jim Cornette. The guy fell. Or he was hanging from the scaffold. Hanging from the monkey bars. I think it was a ladder, basically. A ladder across, like, just metal. Like steel on top of a double ladder was the scaffold. Anyways, as I dropped my top 10, poor Jim Cornette was hanging from his arms like this, hanging and hanging and hanging from there, and then he fell. He thought Big Bubba Rogers was going to catch him, or he was supposed to catch him. The thing is, he fucking did not, and Jim Cornette went crashing to the ring, blew out his knee, fucked up his knee big time, needed surgery, I believe. That is a sick, nasty bump. Go back and watch it. Starrcade 86, Night of the Skywalkers. Look at Jim Cornette's fall. It's not even a bump. It was a damn accident. It was a nasty fucking fall he took. And he fucked up his knee probably forever. He even said in a shoot interview in like 2001 that every winter his knee gives them problems because of the weather. So number 10, one of my favorite Starrcades, top 10 Starrcades, number 10, 1986. Number 9, 1988 Starrcade. Ric Flair. Lex Luger had a pretty damn good match and a really good main event. And it was Sting and Dusty against the Road Warriors. That was a good Starrcade. 1988 is number 9. Number 8, 1983, the first Starrcade ever. I do remember a few matches about it. You had a great tag match, the Briscoe brothers against Ricky Steamboat, Jay Youngblood. That was really good for the tag titles. Of course, Rowdy Piper, the legendary, late, great Rowdy Piper. Greg Valentine, I think it was for the U.S. title. Maybe not, but maybe it was for a title. I don't know. But it was a dog collar match. It was brutal. It was violent. It was vicious. It was bloody. And I fucking loved it. And the main event, Flair for the gold. Ric Flair, Harley Race in a cage for the NWA World title. It was really good. It wasn't a great pay-per-view, but there were at least 3 really good matches, in my opinion. 3 really big moments from the first Starrcade. Again, 3 really big matches that fans will remember forever. The main event, Harley Race, Ric Flair, Rowdy Piper, Greg Valentine, and, in my opinion, Ricky Steamboat against the Briscoes, and Jay Youngblood. That was really good. Number 7, Starrcade, 1984, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes was the main event for the NWA title. Enough said. It was epic. Legendary feud. Legendary rivalry Ric Flair and Dusty had over the NWA title. They headlined 2 Starrcades, 84 and 85. And my God, what a great back and forth promo battle. One of the best ever. But, in my opinion, Ric Flair's greatest rivalry was Sting and Ricky Steamboat. Those matches were better than his rivalry with Dusty. But nobody can touch what Flair and Dusty did on the mic and hyped up their Starrcade matches. Nobody can touch those promos. They will live forever. And they're some of the greatest promos of all time. Hard Times. And Flair's promos too. So number 7, 1984 Starrcade. Number 6, 1995 Starrcade. 1995, it was pretty good show. I forget the main event. I'm just going off the top of my head about what I remember. I believe they had a World Cup of Wrestling. They also had, the main event might have been Ric Flair, Macho Man for the title, world title, I think. And I think Flair won it. That was really good. Macho Man, Ric Flair, another great rivalry, and they always had great matches. I think Flair, Macho Man was the main event of Starrcade 95. They also had a World Cup of Wrestling. I believe they also had Chris Benoit, Jushin Thunder Liger. And I think they even had a 3-way for the winner to face Macho Man, Flair, Luger, Sting. I think. I don't really remember. But 95 was a pretty good Starrcade. That is my number 6 favorite Starrcade. My top 10 WCW, NW. Well, no more. There's still like one more NWA Starrcade I have on my top 5. So here we go, number 5. We're in the top 5 of my top 10 favorite best Starrcades. Number 5, 1992 Starrcade was really good. Now, every match was not good. They had the Lethal Lottery, Battle Bold. That was a good concept to pick heels and faces to be tag team partners. That was a good idea for back in the early 90s. I think that's even a good idea now, but I don't know. That idea is probably going to never be used again. I don't know. Maybe AEW will do it. But 1992 Starrcade, you had Great Muta win Battle Bold, or win a Battle Royal, I believe. And I think he threw out Barry Windham to win it. Also, Sting and Vader had a great match for like a ring. The King of Cable ring. Whatever the fuck that was. I don't know. But Vader and Sting had a great match at Starrcade 92. Very hard hitting. Very good. What else was at Starrcade 92? Dr. Death, Steve Williams, Ron Simmons for the world title. A really good tag match also. Ricky Steamboat, Shane Douglas against Brian Pillman and Barry Windham. That was a really good tag match. So number 5, Starrcade 92. Number 4, Starrcade 1997. Now, a lot of people give it shit because they didn't like Sting Hogan. They didn't like the Sting and Hogan finish. Well, I liked it. Sting won the damn world title. That's all I cared about. And he got a huge pop, huge reaction. It was sold out in Washington, D.C. And again, all the faces in WCW celebrated. It was a great moment that WCW defeated the NWO and got the world title back from Hollywood Hogan. Again, the main event, Sting Hogan, wasn't good or great, but it was a big fight feel, hyped up, big fucking main event match. Did it deliver? No, but who cares? At least Sting won, and he had a really cool entrance. Also, DDP, I think, win the U.S. title from Curt Hennig. And there were other good matches also on Starrcade 97. So, number 4 is Starrcade 1997. Number 3, Starrcade 1989. You had an Iron Man tag team tournament. It was really confusing. Not as confusing as the Iron Man singles tournament, because you had Ric Flair, Lex Luger, Great Muta, and Sting a part of it. 4 top guys. And they all faced each other like back to back. It was insane. You had like Ric Flair wrestle Muta and Luger and Sting had to face Muta and Luger and Flair, and Luger had to face Muta, Sting, and Flair. It was insane. But the final 2 that were left, Ric Flair at the end, Ric Flair and Sting. Ric Flair, definitely the wrestler of the 80s, and Sting for sure was a wrestler of the 90s. It was a pass, basically, or Ric Flair basically passing the torch to Sting. But he already did that. He already did that before Starrcade 89. In my opinion, Ric Flair passed the torch to Sting at the first Clash of Champions win. They win 45 minutes, but still, I enjoyed Starrcade 89. It's my number 3. Number 2, Starrcade, my number 2. Top 10 of Starrcades. This is my number 2. 1996. WCW was at its high and peak in 96, 97, 98. They were at its peak. And funny thing, Starrcade 98 is not a part of my top 10. I really did not enjoy it. except for seeing Ric Flair beat up Bischoff. Goldberg, Kevin Nash was a mess. Bad finish. They shouldn't have had Goldberg lose a world title like that, and he shouldn't have lost it that quick, in my opinion. But whatever. Number 2, Starrcade 96. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Piper Hogan. I don't care if they were past their prime. I thought it was great. The crowd was, not the match. The match wasn't great, but the crowd was hype. And it was a big fight field. Also, you had, I believe, Jushin Thunder Liger, Rey Mysterio at Starrcade 96. You also had the Faces of Fear against the Outsiders. And I think another team, I can't remember. Maybe Harlem Heat or the Steiners. I don't know. Lex Luger, the Giant. That shit was good and exciting because Luger picked up the Giant and racked him. That was insane. That was impressive. So number 2, Starrcade 96. My number 1 top favorite Starrcade. 1987. Yet another Skywalker match between Midnight Express and Rock and Roll Express, or Night of the Skywalkers 2, they called it, I think. But it's called also Chi-Town Heat because it's in Chicago. Dusty, Lex Luger in a cage for the U.S. title. That was good. The Road Warriors against Tully and Arn for the tag titles. That was good. The crowd just gave the Road Warriors a huge reaction, huge pop. The Road Warriors should have won the tag titles. They did not. That was stupid. They acted like they won them, then they took them away. It was a bullshit finish. Ric Flair, Ronnie Garvin inside a cage for the NWA World title. That was damn good. It was just so stiff and hard hitting. It was awesome. Watch it back. Seriously, it was one of the hardest hitting beatings I've ever seen. A Ric Flair take. The guy got hit so hard with Ronnie Garvin chops. He just chopped the fuck out of Ric Flair's chest. And Ric Flair said on his podcast, Ronnie Garvin didn't even hit him the hardest with chops. He said Wahoo McDaniel hit harder. And I don't doubt that. Wahoo McDaniel was a tough guy and had really good hard chops. So my number 1 favorite Starrcade, 1987. The crowd was pretty hot for most of the show. I loved Ric Flair, Ronnie Garvin. I love that match. I still watch it back to this day. So there are my top 10 favorite Starrcades in this new countdown show. Top 10 favorite Starrcades. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Bye for now.